This video is brought to you by Ravenscraft Realty of Northeast Missouri. That's right, we're back on the college grind. Here in Columbia, Missouri at the University of Missouri-Columbia, also known as Mizzou. And I am heading to lab on this beautiful Friday morning. It's kind of chilly out, it's like 20 degrees, not so bad. A massive W. I got my parking spot moved from the reactor parking lot, like 2 miles away from campus, to somewhere that's only a half mile away from campus. So I'm pretty ecstatic right now. I've got a lab today for a sensors class that I've got. Only taking 4 classes this semester, 12 credit hours. We're here west of Paris, Missouri, where we will be in approximately 20 hours. It's the last weekend in January, so that means Wheeler's Sale. There's a few things that I am personally interested in, but there's not anything that we're gonna buy like for real or whatever. Just some cool old tractors. There's a couple high crop John Deeres, and I will do a walk around of those tomorrow. I stopped back at the house here so I get something to eat. Now we are heading into Palmyra because I need to talk to the loan officer because I spent all my money last year. So therefore, I have no money with which to farm this year. I've just got some figures here that'll help me secure a loan. I just finished up here at this fine establishment known as The Bank. It's like 9:30 and I had to go out to the shop, get another Mellow Yellow because my sister, Ella, stole the one that was in the fridge in the house that I specifically brought in for myself to drink. That's beside the point. I noticed that there's a peculiar light coming from one of our buildings out here. Someone has forgotten to shut the light off. Yep. Okay. All is right with the world now. Good morning, animals. Hello, puppy. Good morning, kitty. Today's the big day. Today's the auction. I hope that everything there sells for a lot more than I want to pay because, truth be told, I really don't need any more projects, but for the right price, I might take a couple of them on. And Dad told me to take his truck today because mine is in the shop again. Just have to unplug it here. Don't want to drive off with the cord still in the truck. Okay, let's get her going here. No problem. I'm just gonna let that thing warm up for a few minutes because it's a little cold. It's around 20 degrees to be precise. We do have one of our S790s here in the shop. It's getting the yearly going through and replacing of worn out stuff. This is the machine that I ran a lot of beans through this fall. And some of this stuff is for this combine and some of it's for the other combine. I can't tell you what all is being replaced here, but I know that at least that chain's being replaced because I saw Dad take it off last night and I helped him put that shield down here. But as to what all else is coming off, I don't know. And on the 4320 project, all the fuel systems back in place, the new injectors, blah, 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 blah. And here on the rear end, I've got both the hydraulics taken off. They went to Old Deer Restoration of Sibley, Iowa. That guy does a fantastic job. And he just sent them off Tuesday to send them back to us. Sending those remotes to Iowa was kind of expensive, I won't lie to you. However, that's money well spent because they're now not going to leak everywhere. They're actually going to work properly and not seep off all the time. And thirdly, they're converted to Pioneer ISO fittings. So now I don't have to use the little adapters if I want to use that tractor. Should I put compound turbos on the 4320? Maybe. In Northeast Missouri, Wheeler's auction in either January or July is known as a place where you can come and visit with other farmers who you're friends with but don't necessarily see all the time. So we're gonna see a lot of familiar faces and maybe new friends because last auction in July, 3 different people came up to me and recognized me from the whole YouTube deal. And I really thought that was pretty neat. Highway 24 is backed up a half mile that way and probably a mile that way. They're parking people coming on this side of the road and that side on the other. This is gonna be a bonkers sale. I had forgotten how many people bring side-by-sides or golf carts to these things. In my book, if you're riding a side-by-side or a golf cart at a sale, you are the equivalent of someone who rides a handicapped scooter at Walmart and isn't actually handicapped. I'll show you guys what I come here for today. Really nice original 620. Know what you're thinking. Said I was going to $5,000, not a penny more, and it brought 56, so I didn't buy it. It is easily the straightest, most original 620 I've ever seen. Got the original rear tires, full 3-point, drawbar hole that's not completely egged out, PTO cover, hook on the 3-point isn't broken. This decal is in place, clutch isn't completely wore out. It's pretty nice. These 8.3 Cummins powered 2188s are easily the best sounding combines in existence. You know what? I might have to stay and watch this whole 3020 diesel cell. It's pretty nice. My friend Justin absolutely cracked at Fortnite, just like a 20 series hood. This 4020 high crop here, side console, so pretty late. Missing the fuel lift pump. This thing brought 4100. Got big old knobby rice and cane tires, welded up brakes, and a cobbled together front end. Typical high crop. Alright, that's enough goofing off down here for today. I had a successful sale, which means that I only bought a lunch. We're finally to the point here where we can revisit the 4320 project and get the remotes put back on. I put this one on off camera so that I would know how to do it, so I can make this one look like I knew what I was doing. Real quick though, we need to grab 2 washers here because this washer is broken and this washer is absent. So get that real quick and then I will get the other remote and get it on real quick. So here we are. This is the unattached hydraulic valve here. Had them converted to ISO, so that's kind of nice. They came very well packaged and sent me a business card and unfortunately a bill. Putting this thing back on is pretty simple. There's a seal that goes in this hole right here and another one that goes right here. And then you bolt it back to the tractor and attach the control rod and there you go. We're going to start this old thing up for the first time in quite a while with new injectors, new hydraulics. We're just going to see how it runs. I got busy yesterday and I actually didn't start this at all. But what was wrong was I didn't have the injection lines tightened all the way down. So here's your all's cold start. Starts pretty easy now. Got a freshly rebuilt injection pump, new injectors, new fuel filter. It's good to go. It's funny because it doesn't smoke nearly as much now as it did before. Come to find out, one of the injectors, like, there was no spray pattern to it because it was so off. All right, that's enough goofing off for now. Still not sure why the hydraulics aren't working, but we think it's the priority valve here under the dash. Old Deer Restoration and Repair did an excellent job on these. I would highly recommend his services. And this little dealy mabob right here is the priority valve that we think now is causing the problems that we're experiencing with the hydraulics and the 3-point not working. Apparently, when you don't have enough hydraulic pressure or something, the priority valve will shut off so that it keeps the power for the steering and the brakes at the right PSI. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a mechanic. That's just the information that I've obtained from Tractor Facebook. Well, thanks for watching and sticking around to see my shenanigans this weekend. Things this time of year are kind of slow, so there's really not a whole lot going on for me to video. That's why you're getting like a video every 2 weeks now instead of 1 a week or maybe even 2 a week sometimes. If you liked it, I hope you subscribe, and if you have a question for me, leave the comments below. I'm an open book, and I will catch you guys on the next one. I will be at the farm toy show or whatever that's in St. Louis this next weekend. So if you see me there, make sure you say hi. And last night, my mom and I sat down and we learned how to book a hotel room. That hotel room is in preparation for the Renner Stock Farm show, 100 Years of Horsepower, that's in Belleville in August. So I am very excited for that. I'm still trying to source a plow for my 730. Probably thinking a 3-bottom semi-mount F145 John Deere. Okay, now the video is actually over.